The Sims 4 is a pretty huge game. With all the countless updates and packs for an almost 10-year-old game, clearly there's going to be bugs and glitches scattered in the game from time to time. And since the game is still growing, some of them have been fixed, some still persist, while new ones arise. Additionally, some of these glitches are so visually hilarious, terrifying, and or frustrating, and I've come across a lot of them which I have managed to record and share to you guys. Hello everyone, this is Abi aka onlyabidoang, and today I'm gonna be showing you a silly glitches and bugs compilation that I found worth showing in The Sims 4. Some of these glitches are unintentional bugs I stumbled upon at some point which have either been fixed or unfixed. Some are intentional design choices, but they still exhibit glitchy behavior, while others are intentionally triggered by me, either from using cheats or mods. These glitches have been recorded at different times, ranging from just recently to a few years ago. There's a possibility that most of them have been fixed by now, but I cannot confirm this. Alright, let's go through them, shall we? The first batch of glitches we're gonna be looking at are infants glitches. There are several questionable visual glitches that I encountered on these little buggers when they first came out. First one I found is that sometimes when an adult sim is carrying an infant, they may deform their arms and have the infant glide across the floor in a sitting position. Yeah, it was pretty wacky and I was pretty shocked when I discovered it for the first time. And it happened not once, not twice, but several times in fact. I think it had something to do with how adult sim carries infant when they're stepping up or down a platform, because it always happened right after that. I think this has been fixed now, but I can't confirm. I also found a sillier version where the infant lies down throughout the glitch, which is pretty hilarious. Then there's the stretching infant glitches, where the game forgot to blacklist infants from doing certain interactions, therefore forcing them to do it using adult sims animation. Wanna witness your infants to become a Slenderman? Well, this is one of the way. Some of these has been fixed as far as I know, such as infants' reaction when a toddler yells at them, but some can also still happen just recently, like when they crawl through this specific area in Mount Komorebi, or when a sim within the Scoundrel faction from the Star Wars game pack swindles an infant for credits. Anyway, while I was playing, I also witnessed this small glitch on an infant where he got a bad case of conjunctivitis, it seems. One of the funnier glitches with infants is when they get stuck while gripping into the adult sim's body, even after they stop cradling them. Because of that, while it's active, I made the adult sim do various activities, like fighting with this training dummy, using the wall climbing treadmill, or even performing crazy ice skating techniques. Dang, you're a spider baby or something? Oh, and there's this one last creepy glitch with infants. If you activate testing cheats on and shift click on an infant, the option to age them down is there, and when I tried it on, I thought he'll turn back into a cute baby, but well, this happened instead. Not sure which is worse, the fact that he turned into this horrifying headless spider-like demon from the depths of hell, or that he wore an outfit from the Star Wars game pack for some reason. In the game, his portrait has been updated into this innocent-looking baby. The game also considered him as a baby, yet this thing produced adult-sounding voice and what seems to be adult idle animation from time to time. I also can't do anything when playing as him. Don't worry though, I solved the problem by moving the baby out of the household, where it finally turned into a regular baby. Alright, let's move on before one of you gets a new nightmare tonight. This next glitch is pretty similar to the one in infants, but this time on toddlers. I found some interactions that make them stretch as well a while back, but I think some of this has been fixed, like certain reactions and when you have them as guests in a wedding. There's also this old bug where a toddler can clean up another toddler using the sink. If performed, they will stretch Slenderman style, pick up the other toddler, bring them into a sink, and then clip together. Oh yeah, do you want to see a cute video of a dog hugging a toddler? Aww, such a wholesome moment. There's also this other glitch where one of my toddler's eyes went crazy.
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye.
This last one is also similar to the infant glitch. For some reason, when I visited another household with a baby and then I made them grow up to toddler, this was before the infant update by the way, my sim will be stuck carrying them and they couldn't be put down at all. Yet for some reason, my sim can still do other stuff while still carrying the toddler. So I tried doing various things while in the state, like using the toilet, taking a bath, using the treadmill, playing a basketball, and the most hilarious one is when the sim is riding a bicycle, because the toddler will just float away slowly from the adult sim in a glitchy fashion. And yeah, it's as weird as it sounds. I also found this other glitch just recently where for some reason, both arms of a toddler in my save file got stuck into this T-pose-like position one time, so before I reset him with cheats to fix it, I decided to make him do stuff like getting down from the couch, standing up, sleeping, running around, playing with blocks, and using the stairs. And yeah, everything looks awkward yet hilarious with this glitch. And finally, infants aren't the only one guilty of having horrifying glitches as well, because this toddler monstrosity also happened in my game back in 2020. I kinda forgot what caused this demon to be summoned, but let's just enjoy this magnificent being before we move on. One time I tried to make this vampire, mermaid, spellcaster, werewolf hybrid sim with cheats. At first this happened, which looks pretty tame, but after some time I ended up with this crazy abomination instead. Yeah, unlike Sims 2, Sims 4 doesn't support proper occult hybrid, so if you force it to happen, you may get something like this. Sims transforming into its werewolf form but with a mermaid fin along with a messed up face as a bonus. Have you ever tried going on a hike on Mount Komorebi with a vampire or werewolf with the super speed ability? Well, this happens. The vampires will do this awkward yet alarmingly fast tiptoe since they're trying to keep up with the pace, while the werewolves are just so damn fast, they end up having the zoomies and circle around the group while passing through all the natural obstacles in an erratic fashion. They can even go as far as beyond the world's border. Can we call this kind of thing a crossback feature? Maybe. And have you ever tried having two possessed Sims from Strangerville walk down the wedding aisle from the My Wedding Stories game pack together? If not, I'm here to show you. Prepare yourselves. You know what, maybe instead of calling this kind of feature a crossback feature, we should call them a crossback absurdity instead from now on. The routing in The Sims 4 can get pretty ridiculous. This one time my sim decided to walk over the stair and into the walls as a shortcut. There's also this other time my sim has just blown up the candle in the kitchen, but then he decided to go outside right near the kitchen's window and then grew up right there. One time my sim got stuck spinning around this small area for some reason. Remember this bug that occurred around early 2020 where Sims can randomly get stuck on top of objects? Well, it kinda happened again to Grim Reaper in my game just recently. Not sure what happened though, I just found him like that. And for some reason, my rental tenants decided to do a revolt by merging their bodies together like this. Thought they were going to transform into Super Tenant in Power Ranger style for a second there. Oh, and rooting issues can also happen to pets too. My cat decided to take this unusual route in order to get on top of this counter, and it happened just recently as well. This other cat is the opposite, where she decided to perform some small tiptoes before disappearing into thin air. Additionally, a few years ago, my sim suddenly decided to teleport wherever he goes. Not sure what caused this, but I guess it's also a pretty efficient way of doing things. This last one isn't particularly a rooting issue, but once when my sim was on fire when grilling outside and I click on the shower inside so that she can extinguish herself, instead of panically running into the bathroom, she just walked into the house in a relaxed manner with no care in the world as if she's strolling around the park. Mind you, she's still on fire. She even managed to take out her phone while walking in the midst of all of that. Sometimes the things in this game can be pretty insane. When the Sims 4 Horse Ranch expansion pack first came out on July last year, there's this funny glitch that has already been fixed now. So, if a dazed foal that has just been born gets fed with this special age-up horse treat that makes them grow up to adulthood immediately, as long as they're still dazed, their walk style animation will play like this. Yeah, they were forced to use the default walk style animation for Sims in this very specific case. And this is also the case if your Sim writes them as well. I was laughing so hard when I first found out about this. Just look at them. Man, that was one wild glitch. I also managed to record this silly glitch where the Grim Reaper used his death tablet that was facing the wrong way. The Adrenaline Seeker lifestyle from Snowy Escape expansion pack has this weird feature, so when they don't do anything thrilling for too long, they'll get tense and can fight others to feel the rush again, but for some reason the interaction is there if you click on infants. Thankfully, it does nothing, though in other case, if the target sim is an adult carrying an infant, instead of putting the infant down first, they will immediately go into the fight while still carrying the infant. It's a hilarious sight overall, especially when the one holding the infant gets thrown around while the infant is just chilling there. They can even win the fight. This one time my sim was biking when all of a sudden her animation got broken, so she stood still and then proceeded to cook a barbecue. Yeah, she's pretty rad while doing it too. Around 6 years ago, I tried using the set as head sheet on a bat and then make the same woohoo using the bat, and the result is quite fascinating to say the least. I don't think this glitch can be done anymore, so consider myself lucky for capturing this majestic moment. Till this day, I still find it hilarious that werewolves can still use phones even though they are currently running on all fours. It just doesn't look right, but well, that's The Sims for you. There's this one time, a sim that I was playing suddenly turned invisible, yet I can still control him. Again, I'm not sure what caused this to begin with, so like before, I decided to make this invisible sim do other stuff, like carrying and playing with a cat, where the cat will be positioned awkwardly, cradling an infant around, and riding a bicycle. I also tried making him play the computer, sit on a chair, take out the trash, and play a piano, which is pretty fitting for a haunted house. One of the funniest ones are when these invisible guys play around with toddlers, because it was something else. The toddler goes bananas, and it even looks like something from a horror movie because he looks so possessed. Just look at his legs, man, it's like a helicopter at this point. Anyway, this bug fixes itself while I'm in the middle of messing around with it, so I don't have that many footage of it. I was getting some visitors the other day for a welcome wagon, but instead of knocking the door, they will just stand there and play a chain of weirdly timed idle animations. It kinda looks as if they stopped responding though. This was also another old footage of mine, and I also forgot what's the cause of this, but somehow my sim decided to walk around in a strangely tilted posture. Yet the walking and running animation plays normally. He tilted both to the side and also to the front. Damn, even Michael Jackson got nothing on him. Not sure if this has been fixed, but there's this weird bug where if a scientist freezes a sim using the sim ray and then breaks them out later, the victim will suddenly have their entire skin tone completely changed. This will stay like that for a few hours until the moodlet expires. Taking care of infants can be pretty tiresome a lot of times because of how interaction queue works here. I only wanted to put this infant to this particular crib, yet my sim stood still, placed him into this playmat, picked him up again, placed him on the floor again, picked him up yet again and placed him back into the playmat, and finally picked up his twin sister that's already sleeping in the crib, in which she proceeded to put on the floor. This game frustrates me sometimes, man. Remember this old bug back in early 2023 where if you pause the game, the Sims will still move their head and body in a slow yet creepy way? Oh yeah, that was a weird time back then. And remember this other old bug back in 2021 where if your pregnant sim is having a baby in the hospital, both the doctor and your sim will simply glitch out like this? Yeah, again, it has been fixed, but this made me not have my sim to have a baby in the hospital for a while back then. And finally, have you ever thought about what sims look like when they woohoo? Well, I have, so let's do that then. First is the bed woohoo. I'm just gonna shrink the bed right here and let them use it. Alright, let's see. Oh, alright, that sure is something. Pretty tame, but kinda predictable. Oh, never mind, that rising kick just came out of nowhere. I mean, besides that, they will just lay down, move their mouths, and break their legs in half. Alright, let's move on. Oh, how about the observatory? Sims can woohoo in there too, right? Let's see. They will just stand still and do nothing throughout the whole thing while their move won't shut up about the woohoo. Let's check out the hot tub next. I have a feeling this is gonna be different. Oh, alright, I guess they'll just have a kiss and that's the... wow, what? What's happening here? I'm kinda speechless. Okay, we've seen enough. There's a lot to unpack here. But folding their entire body into a shrimp-like position is certainly not what I had in mind at first. Alright, let's move on to the photo booth woohoo from High School Years expansion pack. Let's see. Alright, this one is somewhat interesting too. Both of them will freeze in a making out position while inside, but nothing really happened here. Okay, next one, dumpster woohoo. Let's see how it unfolds. So one of the partner will disappear in a deformed way and the other will be in this upside down position for a while and then both will disappear. Nothing happens after that until near the end where the first partner appears again to stretch their legs while being upside down and then it all finishes. I think that's it for the woohoo exposed section. The rest woohoo spots in this game isn't worth checking. The couple will just get in and vanish out of thin air until the interaction ends. This includes woohooing in a bush, shower, closet, tent, sleeping pod, vampire coffin, and many more. So that is it for today's video. Have you ever experienced any similar glitches like this in your game? Let us know in the comments down below. Not sure if I will make a part 2 of this video in the future, but if this video gains some attention from you guys, maybe I can think about it because I still have more glitches to show you. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you do and want more Sims videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. See you later!